I tried real hard not to laugh when I was inside Circle K waiting in line. The couple ahead of me, rough looking couple, had two big old bottles of beer. And then she was commenting on what the man ahead of her had to eat. It was some chips and some taquitos, I think. And she said, "Who eats chips for breakfast?" And it was around 10:15. Who drinks beer for breakfast, lady? Come on now. I love classic cars. What is that? I was gonna say a Nova, but I don't think it is. I guess I'll call this piece The People versus the Yard Man. These customers and friends of customers have really been raking me over the coals this week. Testing my patience. All of these happened this week, and I think there's one that happened about a week and a half ago. I might remember something else when I start talking. Anyway, what just happened on my last job, this lady I've never seen before was sitting on the side porch. This is a huge house, so they have multiple porches, I guess. And I didn't see her there. And I was barreling along the house, weed eating, and I came across a hose buried in the grass. He kept telling me that he wanted to take it out of there, and he said, "Don't worry about it, I'm going to do it myself." He never did, so it was getting kind of lumpy, and so I decided now's the time to yank it out of there. And I was practically right on top of this lady, and I never saw her. She was a few feet from the hose. So I must have looked like a wild man. I had my dark shades on, weed eater in one arm, and I was yanking hose with the other arm. And I mean, I had to yank really hard. I might have said, "This is ridiculous," or cursing, I'm not sure. Anyway, when I finally saw her and made eye contact with her, she looked like she saw a demon or something, so I took my glasses off so she could see my eyes. I said, "Ooh, I'm sorry, I did not notice you there." So now she's got it in her head that I'm just this dirty lawn guy. She never cracked a smile. I said, "I need to make a pass along here, and I don't want to throw grass on you. If you could just give me like 5 seconds, to make a quick pass." Nope. She said, "Well, just throw grass on me then." I laughed. I immediately laughed because I thought she was joking, but she was not joking. She dug her heels in. So when I realized that she wasn't joking, I kept my smile, but I changed my internal dialogue to like, "Look at this lady, acting all tough." So I just went along the bricks idling, and tried to clear those clumps out where the hose was buried. I said, "Look at this." And it was just very awkward because I had to work around her, and she just had her eye on me, like daring me to throw something on her. So I just pretty much left her alone. And then I came back to blow. And she was still defiant, looking down at her crossword puzzles. And I went behind her. I can't tell you how bad I wanted to blow the back of her head. Her head was freshly curled. She just took the curlers out. I just wanted to go full throttle on the back of that head. I know I'm demented. But it's amazing she couldn't get outside of herself and see my side. I had a job to do. And if they call me, I'll just say she wouldn't move and I didn't see her or something like that. But you know how that is. She might have a totally different story and say that I was rude, but I really wasn't. And I had a lot of blowing to do right in front of her, way out on the street, the median, the sidewalks, the U-turn. And it was weird because I would catch her looking at me, and as soon as I kind of looked up, she immediately went back down to her crossword, so she was watching me. But I realized that, and I did the old sunglass trick. I looked straight, but my eyes looked sideways. So I saw her looking at me. She was not a happy customer. Or a friend of a customer. I don't know who she was. Oh, that was just too weird for me. I was glad to get out of there. Okay, what's the other story? Oh yeah, the house wash yesterday. I told the guy I'd be there midday. So I don't know how far in advance that he scheduled this house wash. But this guy was just finishing touches on his house wash. He was very proud of it. And I even got out of my truck. You know, I said, hey, I'm the yard man. It looks good. What did you use or something? He said some chemical. I forgot what he said. It smelled like bleach to me. He said, you're not going to whip that grass all over this house, are you? And I said, well, I have to do the yard. And he started saying, oh no. That guy, he should have known better. Or something like that. So I said, is he coming back? He said he better be back to pay me. So I just went in my truck and let the customer come back and talk to him. And I could see he was like waving his hands around in the air, whatever. Customer paid him and he took off. Gave me the meanest look. I mean, I was careful as I could be, but shame on the customer for getting their house washed right before. That guy looking at me, hold on. Talking into a camera attracts people. Driving up on me like that. Now what was I saying? Oh yeah, shame on the customer for not having foresight about that. Hey, but I did my thing and took off. I got paid, so. You know what? If I saw somebody recording, I wouldn't drive up and stare at them. I would say to myself, hey man, they're recording. Let me just leave them alone. Maybe he wants to be recorded. Okay. Now I'll forget my stories. The lady that wouldn't move, the house wash. Oh yeah, the SUVs. These people were packing up to go somewhere. I don't know if it was, I don't know if it was a vacation or not. But the hatchback was up, the doors were open and everything. And so when I came up on them with the mower, I shut it off and I told the dude, I said, I'm going to be back. I said, I'm going to let y'all load up and I don't want to throw grass over everything. He said, okay, we won't be much longer. So I was doing 2 houses side by side. I went next door and did everything. Then I did everything except for 15 feet on the side of those SUVs and the flower beds next to their door where they come out, because I don't want to throw anything there. I cut all around the SUVs. I trimmed everything. They're still not loading up and going like I thought they would have. So I said, well, I'm just going to get this done before they come out and load up. So I start the mower, start cutting. Guess what? They come out with bags, start loading up. I said, what is this? What kind of strategy is this? Now I know where they were watching the whole time because I saw movement behind the curtains. And I do not understand the strategy. Did they want grass on them, number 1? Did they want to frustrate me, number 2? Or did they want to see me, number 3? I don't know. So I said, great. Bad timing. We both came out at the same time. So I went in my truck, drank some water, pretend like I was talking on the phone. They went inside. I said, man, I know what's going to happen. I said, I'm going to go to finish this up and they're going to pop out again. That is exactly what happened. So they start loading up again. And when I got to the point where there's a high grass around these sports equipment, I said, no, I said, this is going to have to wait because when I hit this, it's going to go everywhere. So I dropped the weed eater to the side and pretended like I was blowing in the back. So finally, after a lot of delaying, and they started pulling out the driveway, then I went to hit that high weeds around that sports equipment. One of them pulled back up because they were just using one car. I was worked up, man. I said, what are y'all doing to me? What kind of strategy is this? But also, I was thinking about it, what it could have been. Some people are like this. Not too bright. They think if they start moving around that you'll finish quicker or you'll leave. No, it's exactly the opposite. If you stay inside, I'll finish quicker than I'll leave. They'll start slamming gates. Not telling you to leave, but I guess by their actions telling you to leave. But it would have looked horrible. Everything around the driveway was untrimmed. And we had a conversation. He said, we'll be... Very awkward. Hold on, somebody's driving up on me again. Yes, I have a camera set up. Go ahead and get your looks in. I'm going to have to pause it. I'll be back. I gotta run. I just had to get that off my chest. I guess the moral of the story is to stay out of my way. Wait until the truck pulls off. Then you come outside. Then you start slamming gates. Then you start moving cars. Then you start moving pools. I'm going to see if I can tape this guy that interrupted me. I'm going to set my camera sideways and drive by him. It's an old dude with long hair. Let's see if I can catch him. One more story and that will conclude story time. I had a last minute request to cut a yard. Regular customer, but she wanted to push the time up. I told her I'd get it there as soon as I could. Didn't give her a specific time. And she started bugging me starting at 10 o'clock. And the last time she called, I was eating lunch. I said, I'll be there shortly. I ended up getting there about 2 o'clock. And I always cut first. So after I cut the back, she started dragging the kiddie pool out. And I said, oh, I'm not done. I haven't trimmed anything. She said, oh, just skip it. I said, okay. You told me to. So later on, I get a call from the husband. He said, Damien, give me a call. I called him back. He said, it's not like you to skip the trimming. I know you're busy. It probably got away from you. But he said, if you could, come by and catch it real quick. Because we're going to have company. I said, oh, your wife told me to skip it. A big long silence there. He said, oh. He said, she told me that you were in a hurry and you would catch it next time. So that lady didn't hesitate to throw me under the bus. it'll be interesting next time I see her.